Hey y'all, what's up? Big Wooly here, and welcome back to another episode of our FTB Skies Expert Let's Play. So in today's episode, we're going to work on our ultimate control circuits. We need those to craft our isotopic centrifuge for making our plutonium pellets and our fissile fuels and all of those things. And that's going to require some elemental craft and a few other things. I've got some ambitious things pinned over here in our bookmarks, but without further ado, let's get into it. All right, we're going to start out here in our elemental craft area. We are working on the crude water gems. So we need those for crafting cryo-infused gas. We're going to need these on like mass production because we have to craft the cryo-infused gas to make our ultimate control circuits, which take 4 of these processors. So we need it for our cryo-infused osmium ingots to move forward with progression. So we're going to need it for a couple of different processes, and we need to get it going. Coconut chunks. There you go. I was talking about this in Discord the other day. This is an in-game crafting ingredient. Coconut chunks. It is used to make parts of our pina colada. Virgin pina colada. There you go. So we are getting closer and closer to the end of this pack. The stuff we're starting to make is ingredients for the final craft. We're getting there. I'm excited. For this one, we're going to set up another elemental jar with an elemental infuser, but because we have multiple things that come from these, we are going to set these up on a pattern provider. Nope, we don't want to do that. We want to put the pattern provider above it. Like that. Let's grab out our wrench and aim it down. One on that side, one on that side. Okay. All right, so that's aimed down. Let's carry a cable over. Make sure we're good on channels. Looks like we are. Yep, only 3 of 8 on that leg, so we're good. So now, the patterns we need for this. So we need to get these water crystals automated so that they can be crafted by the system. And then we are going to need to set up a gem crystallizer to make our water gems. So let's go make a pattern for the water crystal, but while we're there, we're going to do a couple of other things. So water, if we go look at these things, the springaline shards, I think, also are made on water, right? Yes. So we're going to make a recipe for those. Springaline dust comes from the crusher spirit. Do we need to do anything else? Is it glass made here? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so for right now, it's just going to be these water crystals and our springaline shards. Let's go get some patterns. Springaline shard in the elemental infuser. 1 amethyst will get you 1 back. That is a fine recipe. And the water crystals. So 1 inert crystal will get you 1 back. That is fine. Let's take a look at those inert. I think we get them from sifting. Yeah, we've got like 8,000 of them. I think they come in from, yeah, springaline dash crush. Yep, so we're getting those from sifting. Let's toss these 2 patterns in, and then we're going to need to do some laser IOing to get things to get things back out of here. A couple laser nodes. Card holder. So we'll go like this. We'll go right here and right here. And on this face, you are going to have an item extract card. We need a filter on that. Filter, filter, filter. Basic filter. And then we're only going to whitelist the things we're making. So our springaline shards and our water crystals are the only thing we want it to extract. And then this, since it's filtered on the extract, we don't need any filter. You're just going to be an insert card right there. And let's just, even though it can't take 8 because it's only going to make 1 at a time. Now we need some improved elemental pipe. So elemental pipe, or let's just see. Let's make some of these. Okay. Right there to tell it to extract and send it that way. So now we should have water coming in here. It's going to take it a while to fill up because this didn't have the water shards. I added that in for each of them so that as we get into these processes, we've got full buffers of element, even though we're getting close to getting creative ones to replace it. But for now, we do need it set up. So now let's test it. Can you make me water crystals? 10. Which one of y'all caught it? In we go. That's still got our filter. Do y'all know why it's not working? Do you? Do you really? Bam. Awesome. Nothing else needed. There we go. Original plan works. You got to link your laser nodes, folks. Got to link the laser node. So let's make sure they're coming back into the thing. They sure are. There we have it. So now the system has patterns for water crystals and springaline shards, which we've been needing for a while. And we should be able to use those in another process right over here. We're going to need one more elemental tank. Element container, whatever they're called. Let's make some more of these. There we go. This puppy is going to go right here. Set our extract to feed over here. Then on top of here, we're going to put gem crystallizer. Now, the gem crystallizer, I think we're just going to tie into a drawer, maybe even downgrade it and have it only hold us like 64 of those water gems for the time being to keep from bleeding our system dry. But let's try an export bus with a capacity card and see how it works. So export here. We have one actually. We just need the capacity card and a crafting card in case it's out of water crystals. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to work for us? Let's export bus, capacity card, round robin. You're going to need water crystals and diamonds. With a crafting card. But we don't have any element in here yet. We should be able to take and put a laser node here. Oh, nope, on the other side. Let's put it on this side. Just for uniformity. And then you're going to get an extract card, and you are also going to get a filter. And you're only going to be allowed to export the gems. So gem, crude water, fine water, and pristine water. Those are the options we will get back from the gem crystallizer once we get some of this into it. Now, can I speed this up? Yes, I can. It's faster than the export bus can put water shards in it, but it is enough. Extract card, whitelist. Now I need to link this. There we go. All right, now for now, we're going to leave this running. We're going to need to limit this process. I'm thinking we might put some drawers over here and maybe have it export them to like a 2x2 drawer with each of the types, and then we can limit the item type there. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. 2x2. What do we have? There's one. That's fine. We have a storage controller over here somewhere. Ooh, are you going to be in range of that? I hope. Let's see. Linking. Well, let's lock it first. And then let's see. Are you in range? Yes. Okay. So, that'll work. Let's do this instead. Let's have this one not linked to send them back to the system. And then I'm going to go to the bottom, to the down, and you get an insert card. And then we're going to pull you and set a drawer for you. And then we're going to pull the others, water. So we need one of you and one of you. So here and there. There we go. So now it has room for each of the types in here, and this will stop at 512, essentially. It should. stop exporting, hopefully. So now let's link this up again. And now we have our automated crude water gems that we need to proceed on with the quests. Hope that wasn't too much for you guys. All right, so let's close that out, close that out. Now, the crude water gems are for making our cryo-infused gas. 250 millibuckets per crude water gem. We're going to do this in a pressurized reaction chamber. Let's see if we have one. We don't. Let's go get a recipe put in for them because we've been needing them, and it looks like we're going to need some more. So let's go tell the system how to make them. Pressure reaction. There we go. There's that. What is this? Reactive quantum bedrock. Okay, how do we make that? Okay. And then it looks like we need to know how to make a comparator. And how to make a redstone torch. I swear it's got to know how to make a redstone torch by now. How do you not know how to make a redstone torch? I guess you don't know how to make a redstone torch yet. Okay, fine. Fine, I hear you. All right, there is the one that's missing some. Let's go there, and there, and there, and there. That should get us where we can say pressure or press reaction chamber. Go. There we have it. Pressurized reaction chamber. So we're making a gas, not necessarily a fluid, but I think our fluid area is out of room. So let's check. 32 of 32. 32. Yeah, we're out of room down here in Fluid Central. So let's head upstairs to our new area and find some space. We could do it. I don't know if we want it over here with mechanism. What about on this one? We got room here, right? Yeah, we could pull something down in here. All right, we're going to come over here by the quantum assembler. Looks like we've got a little bit of room right here, so we'll just pull something down off of this line. We don't need much room. Let's come over one and then down, down, down to our pressurized reaction chamber. So now, we're just going to set this up to be constantly made. We're going to give it a tank to fill, and then once it's full, hopefully that'll be enough of the gas for us. So, things we're going to need. We're going to need a tank. Let's see, how much do we want to hold? Do we really want 8 billion? I don't know that we need 8 billion, and that buffer might kill our system at first. Let's start with a small, like 64 bucket one, and then we can see how much it fills up. So, why do I get the feeling that that basic chemical tank just disappeared into one of the tanks I have hooked up? Dang it. Please hold. Sure enough, a couple of tanks I had upgraded didn't have the right settings, and they were sitting in there, so I had to go pull them out. So let's get a flux point under here so we've got some power. All right, so for cryo fuel, or cryo-infused gas, we need cryo fuel, hydrogen, and crude water gems. I think we can actually export all of that, but the problem's going to be will it allow us to put it all in through the same spot? I guess we'll have to find out. It may not. It may not. So let's start with the cryo fuel on an export bus. And grab out a capacity card. Export. Capacity card. Okay. Export bus. Capacity card. And you need hydrogen, cryofuel, crude water gems. Okay. Hydrogen. Oh, that's crafting, not a capacity. Capacity. Capacity, round robin. Hydrogen, cryo fuel, crude water gems. Did we put it on round robin? We did. Do we not have hydrogen in storage? We don't. We only have hydrofluoric acid. Okay, so let's just get an electrolytic separator and do it that way. We put these on autocraft last time. We'll just need one more export bus. How are we on channels? I can always dense that if I need to. And then the electrolytic separator. Export. Cable. You get water. Then we need to bring some power over. With universal. Now for gases. So you can take in your cryo fuel, and then gases you can take in from the left. And you, gases, auto eject on. That should kick this into working, but we need energy cards. E-N-E-R-G-Y. We got those. Then we just need to make sure that the gas we're making, cryo-infused gas, actually goes in a mechanism tank, and it's not like something that says gas, but it's actually a fluid. It is. Cool. All right, now, where are we? One more channel for our external storage, or storage bus. There's a storage bus. We need to put this on here. We need to tell it that it is for extract only, so that we don't end up with tanks getting thrown into the buffer. And now we should be able to see our cryo-infused gas from our storage system. Awesome. So the cryo-infused gas is needed for these ultimate control circuits. So now the ultimate control circuits are going to take a pressurized reaction chamber. They take stabilized pyrotherm, 4 Enderium processors, and they make a byproduct of oxygen, which we're just going to have to deal with. Probably dump it into a tank with dumping excess on and forget about it. I don't think we want to set these up to constantly craft. We probably want them crafted on an as-needed basis, so let's go look at some recipes. Okay, so as with most things in games, these recipes here are going to be a little complicated for us. So our Enderium processors. Let's go look. Enderium. So we do not have the Enderium processor. So we have Enigmatic, right? Yep, those are on Autocraft. That means everything here's on Autocraft, and we just need to add the processor. So here we go. Done. And this is just a regular crafting recipe. So that gets those knocked out. And then we're going to need basically everything else we already have. So let's grab a pattern provider and go set this up. All right, pattern provider out here to automation station. We've got channels for days right here. How are we right here? 3 of 8. 3 of 8. Cool. So let's grab some light blue out of the backpack. We've got, yeah, let's probably just, for the sake of the cables we have made, we'll pull some dents a little further. That way we don't need as much of this to get down over here. Okay, so we're going to be setting up a pattern provider into a pressurized reaction chamber, which we need to tell the storage to go ahead and make for us. So this pattern provider, let's make it the big boy. And it can go right here. And as long as you don't have any source or anything, you should be good. And we're just waiting on our pressurized reaction chamber. All right, so while we were waiting, I decided to come do the pattern. I do want to go over this with you. So we're going to deal with our oxygen another way. We're just going to dump it into a tank. So just make sure you take it out of your pattern, because if you don't, the system's going to sit here expecting to get it back. And if it doesn't get it back, it'll never complete the craft. And so you'll just have all your auto crafters held up. So we're going to take the oxygen off the pattern, and we're going to deal with that in our own way. As a matter of fact, let's grab a tank while we're here. We should have one more. I swear to you, I put one in here. Did it go somewhere again? Oh, God, there's got to be one of them things that's not set up right. There we go. All right, so we'll grab that out. So we're going to use this tank for the oxygen byproduct. We're going to have it dump into here, set this tank to dump excess, and then we'll just have 64 buckets of oxygen, but it's no big deal because we can get as much oxygen as we need from an electrolytic separator anytime we need it for a process. So we just want to make sure that it's not an issue for us crafting our ultimate control circuits. So let's head back over here and get our pressurized reaction chamber going. Now, I've already stuck it down here underneath. I do need some power. Where is the nearest power? Well, I guess we could GPS data card it, although I don't know how much power this process uses, but let's GPS data card it for now, and if we need a flux node, we'll have to make some more. So there we go. These stupid things, every time I load into the world, I gotta come flip the levers. I need to put them on electric motors or higher tier generators or something, but I haven't. Where was I? Right here. So, like before, let's grab a wrench and one on the front, one on the side, wrench it down. Now, I was thinking we may have a problem with the pattern, but it looks like we have a fluid, a gas, and an item, which should work just perfect. So we should be able to just tell it that it can input and output, to the top. And we're going to tell it blocking mode to only do one set of ingredients at a time, in case there's other things we want to add here. So for items, we're going to do an input and an output with auto eject on. Let's clear all the rest. So input, output to the top, auto eject on. Energy, we don't care. Fluids, it can't eject, but let's clear all the sides and tell it you can only take it in from the top. That's fine. Now, gases. We are going to want to output our oxygen. So yes, tell it can output to the right and input from the top. Auto eject on. So now we should be able to toss this tank here, and we're going to tell it to dump the excess. And with our pattern in there, nothing left to do but test it. We need 2 for our first isotopic centrifuge, and it says we're missing 0.2 buckets of cryo-infused gas. Didn't we tie that in? Cryo-infused gas. Storage bus online. You are in extract only mode. So why is this not working like it has with every other one? Oh, I know why. Clear sides. Input and then output. And now, there we go. So we had to tell the top that it could be seen by the storage bus. Just a simple oversight, but, welcome to modded. All right, go gadget crafter take 2. Ultimate, and we're going to need 2 of the isotopic centrifuges, so let's see if we can make 4. Holy cow, look at that craft. 14,389 bytes used. This is 14,000 items to make 4 of those. That is insane, which also means it's probably going to take it a good solid minute to get here, which, you know, we may or may not need energy upgrades and stuff to make this thing work. Let's get some of those crafted as well, since we used all of them over in that other machine. So we'll get some energy upgrades going because we're probably going to need them, and we're going to wait out that craft. So, but here we have it. This is going to get us our ultimate control circuits, which gives us, you know, the ability to pick up where we left off on our plutonium pellet adventures. So in this line here, there's one other thing that I want to do while we're waiting on all this to craft. We were using salt in here, and we have run through all 50K of it. So here's what I want to do, because in order to get salt, we just need this hydrogen chloride. So we just need this hydrogen that we're dumping right here and chlorine, and we already have chlorine being stored from another process. So we can just grab another thing here, and I should be able to bring it around and into here. Yeah, it's going to be great. So let's see, fluids. Yeah, so what we can do, we're going to take this right here. We're going to move our line over here and put this export right there. Tell it water again to feed our electrolytic separator so that it stays working, and up our acceleration cards. So there we go. So this will stay working. But now we're going to take the hydrogen that we're dumping right now, and we're going to bring it out the front and into another machine to make our hydrogen chloride right here with chlorine, which we already have being stored in a chemical infuser. So let's grab a chemical infuser. Chemical infuser. Go Gadget Crafter. All right, y'all. So our chemical infuser finished. We are going to set the right side to output our hydrogen. We're going to put this right here next to it. That's going to fill that up with hydrogen. We are going to need to pull some power into this. So let's get some universal cable to power the thing. Right there. Okay. Guess we'll drop down and grab our cobblestone, put our floor back. Okay, so now we have our hydrogen coming in here. We're going to tell it that it can dump the excess oxygen too, since we're going to be using this for 2 separate processes. It means this thing's going to run all the time, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter if it runs all the time or not. Now, we're going to need one other thing brought into this one. So, in from the top, we need chlorine. So, chlorine right there. And we need to tell it that it can take that from the top. Oh, wait, that's items. Okay, so gases. And then the back is going to be the output of our hydrogen chloride. There we go. So now we've got chlorine and hydrogen coming into here. Chlorine from our storage. It's being made through another process. Hydrogen from the electrolytic separator right here. And instead of exporting salt into here, we're going to export straight up hydrogen chloride to keep this process running. So now this should run indefinitely because our process to make our chlorine from our brine is running indefinitely over on the other side. And that makes this process fully set up and self-sustaining. So as you can see, we should get, yep, process fills right back up. That's going to work out much better for us. Start allowing us to get backed up here before we move into making our fissile fuel. So right now, we do have 10 buckets of uranium oxide, just waiting to be, actually, sorry, we have 10 buckets of uranium hexafluoride just waiting to be made into fissile fuel. Now that uranium hexafluoride, I do believe we use it in the isotopic centrifuge to make our fissile fuel 1-to-1. So all we're waiting on for that, which is probably going to lead us into the next episode, unfortunately, is our ultimate control circuits. So let's go take a peek at that process, and then we can wrap things up for today. So let's see what we're waiting on. I bet we're waiting on mana-infused copper. Oh, we're almost done with the mana-infused copper. We're waiting on 5 of them. I really wish I could figure out a better way to get the mana, because the mana fills these pools instantaneously from our creative mana disc, but then getting it into these, I just haven't figured out how to feed it faster. There's got to be a way to feed the mana faster into these, but I haven't found it yet. If you found it or know how to get the mana into your botanical machinery, let me know down in the comments below. It may not help me in my series, but it could always help somebody else who's playing through the pack later and gets to this episode. And if you have gotten to this episode, let me just say thank you. 87 episodes of this series. I think we're going to be right around 100 or a little over before we're done. And yeah, we're well on our way. We're going to be making some pina coladas. We're getting close. So without anything further, we might actually be able to end the episode on crafting, or are we going to wait? Let's see. Oh, we got to wait on all 15 of those to go, and they are super slow going through that process. So yep, we're going to wait on these to finish, but everything is automated. We're just waiting on all of those signalum processors to get made over in our pressure chamber, not pressurized reaction chamber, but our pneumaticraft pressure chamber. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this pack as much as me. I love that we are starting to see that the things that we're making are used for our in-game crafts. That just shows you how close we're getting to the end of this pack. So for those of you who don't know, or just joining us to finish the pack and do like, oh yeah, I beat it, we got to make pina coladas right here. Once we get to this pina colada, it's done. They give us a creative generator. So free, unlimited rotational force in this pack. Yeah, you're done, right? So all we have left for this tier, which is going to unlock some pretty incredible things, is 5 plutonium pellets. And that's what we're chasing right now. I don't know if we're going to get all the way through to the pellets in the next episode, but we definitely should get to where we're processing our fissile fuel and be done with that, ready to make the plutonium pellets for the next one. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed, ring the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. And we will see you guys next time.